Welcome back, and thanks for stopping by. Today, we are playing the greatest deck of all time, the one, the only, Blue Nami. Now, she may not be as strong as she was in her glory days. She got a reprint that forces us to use only East Blue cards. And while this is definitely annoying, there are so many good options to choose from. We still have Kaya, we still have the one-cost Nami, and we have Sanji's Pilaf, we have Gavel, we have so many great cards to play. And in my opening hand, I started with the one-cost Nami and 2 Sanji's Pilafs, so that was good enough for me. I'm not going to mulligan. Because we're up against Koby, they have tons of cards that can attack our active characters, so I just had to hope and pray that they wouldn't have the Hibari to be able to just attack over my Nami. But unfortunately, they were just able to get rid of it, so we weren't able to get an extra card out of our deck and into our hand. So while they're just throwing down an army of Hibaris, I played the Bellmare because if they do attack over it, I will be able to get more cards into my trash. At this point, I am trying to defend from some attacks while I can, while they're still low, especially because I saw that they had 2 Dawn that they could just throw onto their leader, which is what they ended up doing. And one of the trigger cards that I pulled is the 3000 Worlds, so while they still had not enough cards in their trash to use their leader effect, I was able to get rid of one of their Hibaris just basically for free. In Nami, you're basically never going to attack their life because that would just give them extra cards into their hand. So I just attacked their character, hoping to maybe get it off the field, or at the very least, get a card out of their hand. Then, while they still didn't have enough cards in their trash to use their leader effect, I used the other 3000 Worlds in my hand to just get rid of the Hibari to clear their field. If you can prevent them from attacking your life too much, it really helps increase the chances of you winning the game. I played down the Kaya, getting 2 more cards out of the deck and fixing my hand a bit, and then my opponent just scooped. I think he saw the writing on the wall and knew that he was against the best deck of all time, and he was just saying, hey, I'm out of here. So because I am just on a rampage today, I just had to hop right into another duel, and this time I was up against Carrot. I mulliganed to try to find some extra cards that can draw for me, and I was able to find 2 copies of you, a Hanger, and a one-cost Nami, so I am in a really good position. Right off the bat, I am going to drop the one-cost Nami because I'm hoping to be able to just attack next turn and get an extra card into my hand. And it looks like they're playing a Land of Wano build instead of a pure Minx build, which I'm not sure is super correct, but in any case, they were able to rest my Nami and just attack over it, which is pretty annoying. On my next turn, I played down the Hanger and used it to discard the Usopp out of my hand and draw a new card. And then I played the U to draw me a few more cards, so I was able to get 3 cards out of my deck on that turn. And the Hanger is still on the field, which my opponent will have to deal with. Surprisingly, he doesn't attack over it though. He definitely could have. He could have even done it with Otama, but even attacking over it with Izo made a lot of sense. Instead, he just froze it with Carrot, which I can understand getting Carrot on the field this turn, but you still might as well get rid of my field while you can. In any case, with my Noji code that I recently drew, I'm going to be able to get rid of his Carrot so he doesn't have as many attacks next turn. While you do play a lot of counter events, it's still important to keep your opponent's field as clear as possible to delay the game as much as you can. I drop another U, which is just so fantastic, getting 2 more cards out of my deck. I currently have 30 after this play, so I'm almost halfway there. My opponent plays Carrot again and freezes my Hanger again. Then they rest my Kaya and just attack over it, which is totally fine. Unfortunately, we can't play the counter events that bounce cards back to our hand anymore because they aren't East Blue cards. And here, while he's attacking my leader pretty low, I'm happy using just a rubber band to get some extra cards into my trash and to defend my life. They play a few cards like You Can Be My Samurai to draw, as well as a one-cost Momo to be able to search on their next turn, which is perfectly fine by me because they aren't really building up their field, so I'll have extra time to keep getting cards out of my deck. And because I know they're playing things like You Can Be My Samurai, and also because it has 3000 attacks, so it's easy enough to pump up to at least 5, I take the time to attack over with my leader, and then I use the Nojiko to attack over their Otama. If you didn't know, this is not like Yu-Gi-Oh! You can destroy your opponent's characters with 0 power attacks. And I think this was my third Yu that I played, getting 2 more cards out of my deck, so I got some really great filtering going on. I also play Belmare and Boodle, because either way, if they rest them and attack over them, I'm still getting cards out of my deck. My opponent does end up resting my Belmare and then popping it with the 6-cost Carrot, which is a really good card, and it's a 7k swing that I'll have to worry about for the rest of the game. When they attack with their leader, I decide I might as well just block here because I'm going to take the next one anyway, so Boodle helps get another card into my trash. And then I pull a Rubber Band out of my life, which draws me a card and mills a card, getting 2 more cards out of my deck. Now, on my turn, I play Sanji's Pilaf twice, so that's 2 Pot of Greeds. It's just absolutely insane. Then I take the time to attack over their Momo with my Nojiko, just so they can't keep searching. And then I play another Kaya. Kaya is just the best card in the deck, just quickly able to get 2 cards out of your deck for 1 Dawn. It's definitely the most efficient card you have in your deck. I take the opportunity to get rid of some bricks in my hand, since I don't think I'm going to be going for removal much anymore, and I also don't need that 1-cost counter event in my hand. I just play it for its trigger. I put a Dawn on my leader and attack their life, forcing them to counter out, because if they do take it, it'll get an extra card out of my deck. My opponent finally attacks over my Hanger. I never ended up getting to use him again. He was just rested for like 3 turns. And then he throws down a Misstops, which gets an Inuyarashi down as well, so he's really filling up his field all of a sudden. I'm feeling quite a lot of pressure. I counter out of his first 2 attacks, using a Gavel and discarding my Boodle, because at this point, he's always going to be able to rest my blocker, so it's not really helpful anymore. I take the last attack because I don't really want to give up the rest of my hand. And then on my turn, I play a Pilaf, putting me to 8 cards in my deck. So now I'm feeling very good that as long as I can get to my next turn, I will be able to win the game. I play a Nojiko to bounce his Carrot back to hand, just to give him 1 less attacker, and I play a Hanger to draw me an extra card, and then I end my turn with 3 Dawn left. Right away, he attacks me for 7, and I decide to take it, just hoping that there's a trigger, because if I do get a trigger, I basically win the game. But even if not, it's another card in my hand that I'm able to discard for my giant Gavels that I have in my hand. When he attacks me for 7 again, I use one of my Gavels, discarding the Rubber Band, and putting 2 more cards into my trash. So at this point, I have 5 cards left in my deck, and no matter how they break up their attacks, I'll be able to use the Gum Gum Gavels to protect myself from at least one of them, and then drawing for turn will win me the game. My last life card was actually Sanji's Pilaf, getting me 2 cards right away, so now it's just definitely game with both Gum Gum Gavels. I was able to boost my leader up once to 9,000, and then actually protect myself from the attack, but it didn't even matter because I would have won before the attack went through. So I think I proved pretty definitively that Nami is just the best deck in the entire game, and if you're not playing her, then you absolutely need to be. Nami just got some really great support in some of the recent sets, like in EB03 and... Wait, actually Nojiko's been around since OP03? That's crazy. But that's a really good card as well, just for some extra removal. But Yu is just incredible for getting cards into your hand. Same with the 1-cost Nami and the 1-cost Kaya. I do play a good amount of characters that also just trash cards from the top of your deck, like Usopp with Rush and Zeph, but I ended up mostly just seeing Belmare, which is just really good because your opponent doesn't want to attack over it. And if any of these go through, it basically feels like you win the game because they'll trash 7 cards from the top of your deck. And one last fun piece of tech that I play is the Sorry I'm a Goner event, which has a really good trigger, which allows you to return an 8-cost or lower character to its owner's hand, which could be your opponent's character that's threatening your life, or you can just bounce a Kaya back to your hand to quickly just spend 1 Dawn on the next turn and draw 2 more cards. It has a lot of great applications, and you also have plenty of discards in this deck, so it really doesn't feel bad playing a ton of bricks. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. If you want to play this deck, I left the list in the description, so go ahead and feel free to steal it. But if you do, make sure to smash that like button and leave a comment letting me know how you like it. If you ever want to play against me, or you want to participate in online tournaments, go ahead and join my Discord. The link is in the description. I'm trying to get massive tournaments going, and for that, I need your help. So go ahead and join the Discord. I'd love to see you there. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.